So why your 90-day challenges may actually be working against you, and what is the energy of the week is telling you instead. So we have some great energy this week, and I'm really loving sharing it here with you guys live. And I cannot see, let me just see if I pull this up here. Technical difficulties, just give me 1 second here. There we go. I like that better. All right. So I'm not going to be able to see your guys' chat right now, but that's okay. We'll just go ahead with this. So this is Jody Maley here with the Heart Centered Entrepreneur. And as I was doing my podcast this week, I'm really feeling the energies of the week and how you can actually use this energy to propel yourself forward for the week ahead. So over this week with the energy transits that we have, and give you a little bit of background on what energy transits are and stuff like that. You know, Bob Proctor always talked about the energies are around you. They are here floating. Like there's literally little energies floating all around us. You know, if you hold out your hand, there's an energy in your hand. If you're speaking, there's energy and resonance in your voice. So I really have delved deep into this, and a lot of people are relating to it as well, because how we hold ourselves and the energy that we can create in ourselves is what we are here to share with the world. Okay? And with this energy going on right now, we have two different, what they call in human design, two different gates or energies, you know. Like, think of it this way. The time that you were born, the date, the time, whether you were born in the evening, morning, noon, at that time, there were certain energies around you, right? And those energies in the earth, the planet, and the air, and in the stars, those energies kind of do keep coming around again and again. And so with this two, what they call transits, or what Bob Proctor said, the floating little molecules all around us, the energies, I call them transits, and we're actually, what we have is gate 16, which is the gate of enthusiasm, the gate of skills. We also can call it like the mastery seeker. So this is where we're moving from indifference, which is the shadow part of this, towards versatility, the gift. So where you're going through the motions, are you going through the motions of things versus bringing your real enthusiasm? And it's so funny because even as we have these gates going through, I even notice them in myself as I am directing people. I don't like to say that I'm a coach, trainer, or mentor, even though I'm all of those, but I really feel so much more connected to the director of your energy, the director of where it is that you should be flowing, okay? And with this versatility, somebody had said this to me before, and I didn't quite believe it until now I see it. But the versatility in myself is that when I'm in quiet, and I love to do my podcast episode when no one can hear me or see me live, my voice is very different. I'm doing the exact same material that I did in my podcast episode, but then I like doing next day live, and my energy is different. Okay? And so this is where this versatility can come in for you. This is where you can actually use this gate of enthusiasm this week. You know, what skills do you have that you feel like you're maybe the best kept secret that's ready to come out to the world? That's the gift. And I've already been feeling this energy for the last couple of weeks. It's part of being an oracle, knowing what the energies are going to be feeling like before they even come around. So definitely been feeling this this week as well. And part of this enthusiasm with this gate is actually asking yourself what you need to prune, right? What's not working as well? What no longer lights you up? What's not giving you your enthusiasm? So if it doesn't light you up, lean into what doesn't light you up, let it go. And I love this energy. And the other energy that we have into the transits right now too, because there's yin and yang for everything, and it's the gate 9, which is the gate of taming. Taming the power of the small, the gate of focus. So with these two yin and yang energies, it's like, what is it you want to do right now? Where are your gifts? Where can you take them out? And then what can you do to refocus this energy? Such a gift. And a lot of this focus, you can become like what I call like a focus master. So you're moving from passive, which is the shadow, which is just sitting, not moving, towards attention, which is the gift. So your focus is either going to be very sharp this week or very scattered. So where is it that you want to be sharp? And where is it that you maybe have been a little bit scattered? Both are good information, and it can show you exactly where your energy wants to be this week. So just ask yourself, are you in indifference? Are you being passive about that indifference? Or do you want to move towards more versatility? And where is your attention? What is it that you want to prune? So I want to talk about something that's been actually coming up this week quite a bit. It's around people having their 90-day challenges. Something that bro marketing and gurus, they tell you every time. And every time I've worked with a teacher, a trainer, or a coach, they always talk about 90-day challenge. Let's set up a 90-day challenge. And it's true. 90-day challenges can form something in you. It kind of comes whoosh from here, from your heart. Okay? The challenges with them is that it's great for, if you want to form a new habit, a new way of thinking, a way every day to move towards your goals. 90-day challenges are awesome. But I want to challenge you with this language, because are these challenges actually for you? Or have you been running a program that was designed for someone else entirely? So what I mean is, I've been an entrepreneur for over 30 years. I've been a regional vice president, a trainer of trainers. I've taught salespeople in over 5 different companies. And not because I pushed, okay? And I was top salespeople. I was top salesperson in a lot of those companies as well. And it wasn't because I pushed. It was because I understood energy and my own energy and those of women. So in every single leadership room I've been in, this 90-day challenge conversation always lands differently depending on who was presenting in those rooms, okay? And here's what I've been watching for 3 decades. It was so funny because even as I'm saying this, there's this little thing that I saw the other day that Meryl Streep did. And she was talking about, there's different languages that we all have. And if you learn French, you can learn French. You really learn French when you start dreaming French. Men and women have different languages. Totally different languages. And the thing is that most women have learned men's language. Most men have not learned women's language. Very interesting. So when it comes to this 90-day challenges, men in general can run a 90-day sprint, take a breath for a day or two, and then they just whoosh, go into the next 90-day challenge. It's awesome. That's how men are made. Their energy is remarkably consistent from the time they start working, like literally in their, mid-teens, to retirement. Men have very consistent energy. Do, 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 do. They may change vocations maybe once or twice in their life, but generally, no. And they can do these 90-day sprints without breathing, mostly because they have a good woman probably behind them. But it's steady, it's consistent, you know? I think of my husband, who he's been in the logging industry in some capacity for his entire 26 years I've known him. He's finally taking a break now, only because his body is telling him he needs to take a break. He was just recently diagnosed with leukemia, and you need to take a break. You need to heal. But that's how his energy has been built. Women, we are not built this way. And I say this not to limit anyone, but to kind of actually liberate you. So just listen in, because you're going to actually love this little piece I'm going to be sharing here with you. You see, we as women, we wear so many different caps. We have babies, we raise children, we're caretakers, we're taxi drivers, we're grandmothers, you name it, we're doing it. And yes, I totally get that. Obviously the men in our lives, they're parents too. They do parenting now. My daughter's very like, Chad is not babysitting, he is parenting. But the thing is that for a lot of women, we're working 24/7, 7 days a week, in ways that most business programs don't really take into account. So when we get thrown into a back to back to back to back, so a lot of men, when I've been working with them in business, they're like, oh, I've done 40 or 4 90-day challenges this year, encompassing the whole year. Okay? Women aren't made this way. So if you have a business partner that's a lady, if you're a man and you have a wife and she works in business, just hear me now. Women aren't made the same way for these 90-day challenges. We're not made to go back to back to back to back. Okay? And I want you to think of it this way. It's very hard for a woman to finish that 90-day challenge, have a day of rest, and then just go back at it. And then go again, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. It's very masculine energy, and what a lot of gurus are telling women to do. But what happens is I'm not made like that. Not at all. Whenever I've been into those situations where I've had men coaching me, they're like, okay, get back up on the horse. Woohoo! Go for it. Let's get the energy going again. We're into the next 90-day challenge, or monthly challenge, or whatever it is. And I'm not made like that. And most women aren't. It makes us feel depleted. And honestly, sometimes behind. Because what happens is that it's really hard to finish those challenges. And we're pushing. We're pushing until we're just done. Okay? And I want you to hear this really, really clearly right now. Okay? Nothing is wrong with you. It's just that you've been running someone else's design and method. So, what has worked for me? Great, Jody. You're telling me that these 90-day... I'm not saying that the 90-day challenges don't work, because they absolutely do. It's the best way to get into better goal setting, better methods, better, daily continuity. It is the best way. In fact, you don't even have to do it in 90 days. FYI. If you start something right now, what you're creating right now, the seeds you've been planting right now, will harvest 80 days from now. Okay? So even in a 90-day challenge, you can actually do about 10 days really hard work. And then for the next 80 days, be cultivating that, building on that. That's how you go from here, kind of like, to at the end of the year, your results have, maybe you started flat and then your results go up. That's why. Okay? And what has worked for me and what I have coached and trained a lot of women for 30 years. Whenever I work with women, we do a 90-day challenge, but then we have a 30-day of recalibration. I just didn't know what I called it back then. So think of it this way. You do 90 days of building, and then you do 30 days of recalibration. You're not stopping in these 30 days, okay? Don't stop, right? You're not failing by saying I need a breather. You're just recalibrating. And that 30-day window, think of it this way. This is where you take in what has worked, you know? You sort through that. What's worked for your team, you sort through that. What direction do you want to walk into for your next 90 days? Okay? So this recalibration, it's where you really look at the notes that you've been taking. Okay? You know all those notes. Those notes that you've been piling up in boxes and journals. I have hundreds of them, by the way, right now. Hundreds and hundreds of notes that I've been going through, and I love it. But all of those things in this recalibration month, it's where you need to reflect. It's where you need to take out those notes that you've been piling into boxes and in the margins of books, anywhere that you see. Because it's those notes that actually are speaking to you. It's where in that 30-day recalibration, it's where you stop reacting to things that are just coming at you constantly. Okay? Like I said, men and women made very, very differently. Men start a 90-day challenge, have a day or two of rest, they're into the next 90 days. And when you actually do this, I kind of have a set times that I do it for myself. So this is personally what's worked for me. It's personally what's worked for a lot of my coaching clients, my one-to-one clients, my group coaching clients, anyone that I kind of work with in a vicinity of me. But you do this in January, February, and March. That's my first 90-day. Full out, going into it. That's right at the beginning of the year. And so at the end of this year, at the end of March, right? Because I went full out January, February, March, my 90 days. I actually had, at the end of March, a 2-day live event. I love my online training and things like that, but this was a 2-day live event that made me $10,000. 2 days, 10 grand. Then in April, the next month, the 30 days, that was all mine, so to speak. But I didn't keep it empty. It wasn't wasted time, but it was more my time. Okay? That event was done. I reflected what worked in those 90 days. And now I'm into my May, June, and July. I've gone into it with these next 90 days here. More clarity. More real momentum. Because I honored that 30-day window. So you see, more comes by doing less in my business. Because when you go into, especially for women, when you go into these 90 days, 90 days, 90 days, you don't have any time to stop and see what was working. You're not having that break. You're not having the recalibration. And then you're just kind of repeating the same things that maybe aren't really, really working. And by doing that, into what we're working into here with these energies right now, it's the gate, it's the time to prove. So you see, by doing less of my business, I know more where my energy is supposed to go. So for example, a few weeks ago, my husband and I, we drove 6 hours for him to have his last leukemia specialist appointment. And I really wanted to step away just from all my business in that couple of weeks. Like, it was about a week. I didn't bring my laptop on purpose. And if you know me, you know fully well that I bring my laptop everywhere. In fact, I've been kind of known where I've been doing podcast interviews or doing my own, and I'm like, I'm at the top of a ski hill right now. And some of those have been the most relatable times that people are like hearing my voice, like, oh, I'm really leaning into what she says. But I didn't bring my laptop with me. And while we were out, it's also one of our grandson's third birthday, so it's kind of cool and fun. And while we were shopping for him at the dollar store, I spotted tablecloths because I had just had a live event. And I'm like, that was a real fun live event. I haven't done live events for a while. And so I spotted tablecloths, and they were the exact colors that I needed for my personality workshop. They were orange, blue, green, and gold, the exact 4 colors that I needed. And I brought back a stack of each color right on the spot. And what I had been thinking is, I'm like, I want more in-person workshops this year. I want to do more. I really liked it, right? Plus $10K for 2 days worth of work. Thumbs up. And so I went and bought them all, and literally within 4 hours, I was checking my phone messages for something, then on my email. So even though I didn't bring my laptop, I did check my emails just so I wasn't 100% out of touch with people. But I don't think I had checked it for about 3 or 4 days. Within 4 hours of me purchasing those tablecloths, I get a message from someone who wanted me to book another 2-day personality dimensions workshop with their team. So it probably won't be as much as my 10K one. It'll probably be closer to around eight grand. But here's the thing. I didn't do an email blast. I wasn't chasing people going, oh my gosh, I did this workshop and I want more, I want more, I want. I did none of that. Simply the act of buying more tablecloths and then going, yeah, I really love doing those in-person workshops. I would love to do more of them in my head. And then the opportunity came. Okay? And you see, that's what we were talking about at the beginning of this conversation is that's gate 16 action. So a lot of people think that action is doing ineffective marketing, I call it. But it's not. It's what we call inspired action. You know, The Secret was a great book. I love it. I love Bob Proctor. I love Mercy Shimoff. I love, I follow a lot of people in there because they really understand what The Secret had to say. However, the missing ingredient from The Secret is that you just don't sit on the couch waiting for it all to come to you. I had to do the inspired action of buying the tablecloths because I enjoyed workshops so much in person that the more started coming. So this is where action is. What this week do you want to bring your enthusiasm to? What is it that genuinely lights you up? Instead of going through motions of a strategy that was never built for your design. You see, these 90-day challenges, one after the other, I'm not designed that way. Most women aren't. So why keep doing something because some guru told you to, or some ineffective coach? And by the way, and nothing if you're a coach or a trainer, I just have found after doing this for 30 years, most coaches or trainers are only teaching or coaching you what worked for them. Maybe not what's best for you. And that's what you want to do. People want results. People want to feel good from what you have given them. Okay? And then this gate 9, the piece that's under it is, where is your focus landing right now? Not where you think it should be, but where you want it to go. And take in this information. That's why 90 days and then a 30-day recalibration works so well for people, because you're getting the information. And it's not about forcing your concentration on something that's not really working for you, right? It's about noticing what is your natural gifts You keep returning to that and you keep trusting it more. And some of you, if you're here on Substack, or maybe you're watching this later on YouTube, however it's landing with you, you know that I've actually been going through old notes lately, boxes and boxes of notes. We moved recently, and the boxes of notes have just followed. And I've been on this journey probably for the last 6 months. And I've been going through notes, years of them actually. It's tedious, but it's also fun, because in the margins of books, boxes of handwritten ideas that I have from workshops and events, whether I've been hosting those events or attending them, I keep finding a pattern over and over again. And this is where it can be fun for you. The pattern that I keep finding over again over 30 years of what I've been teaching, coaching, mentoring, and now I kind of say, I don't like calling myself any of those. I kind of like now being a director, being a director of your energy. 3 things keep coming over and over again, which is my 3 pillars. Know yourself, know who you're here for, and know how to speak their love language so that they say yes. And what I want you to know today, as we're finishing this up here, is that your notes aren't random. Okay? They're actually your soul speaking to you. And right here, I can move my chair just a little bit. You'll see right there, I have like stacks. Those are old journals. They're notes that I've taken from courses. They are just random notes. But aren't they random? Not really. Your notes are actually your soul speaking to you. Because I've taken some of the same courses that some of my friends have taken, some of my clients have taken. And what happens in those notes that I've been taking is that it's the exact same language keeps coming back to me time and time again. My ideas, my values, my stories. And it'll be the same for you. You see, the stories that you find yourself telling over and over again, you just can't help. And then people are like, I already heard that story, which, by the way, I'm a total right-brained being, so I'll tell the story, and honestly, a day later, I don't remember that I told it to you, which keeps it fresh all the time. But these stories that you find yourself telling over and over again, that's your design, okay? It's trying to get through to you. It's trying to get your attention. So this week, with the gate 16 and gate 9 in transit, right? The energy around us, it's a perfect time to prune. Don't add more. I can say this succinctly. Don't add more right now. Those first 90 days, January, February, March, where you've been doing a 90-day challenge, and then you had the 30 days to kind of recalibrate and be thinking what your next 90 days are going to be. It's not a time to start things new. It's time to prune. You've planted the seeds, planted the garden, and just kind of think of, you're not adding more, you're just going to be pruning. And then be thinking, what skills are you carrying that you're ready to let go of? Okay? Where is your focus being pulled? And maybe it's not actually yours. May tends to be a time that people slow down. And I've seen this in 30 years. I'm telling you. 30 years as a business owner. People are like, oh, well, I don't want to have, an event. I don't want to have, years ago when I was in the home party plan business, I don't want to have a party. It tends to be a space where people do slow down. Kids are finishing school. Life gets louder, vacations happen. But this is actually one of the best times to water those seeds that you've been planting. Okay? Because what happens is we're thinking, we're not getting the results. It's like, oh, he's doing something new. And people get a little bit scattered and think, oh my gosh, that wasn't working. I need to recalibrate, throw things. Don't throw things out. Just prune. Don't start something else. Just ask yourself, what in that first 90 days was working? And that's worth doubling down on. So what is it that you're ready to let go and prune? And, when are you actually, maybe you've been working so hard and maybe you're due for a recalibration window. Perfect time to do it. Are you trying to sprint like someone you're not? I ask myself, by the way, these questions all the time. When I generally have mentors or coaches or other people that I'm working with, I have to be really careful because I find their voice becomes my voice, and I don't like that. Okay? So I just want to say one more thing here before we go. And I just feel compelled. I feel compelled to say this to anyone who's been on this journey for a while. Maybe you've tried things. You've invested in programs. You've invested in coaches. You've invested in strategies. And if you're like me, raise my hand here. I have a whole lot of courses that I've bought. Some I've completed. Maybe some you haven't. Some of them worked. And maybe some of them did not. But if you've kept going anyway, because you know that there's still a piece that hasn't quite clicked for you yet, that persistence, okay, I'm telling you, sister, I'm the same way, and I am the persistency queen. But that persistence, that failing forward and getting back up and trying again, it's not your weakness, okay? It's your design. It's literally what we call in human design a line 3 energy. The scientist, the determined discoverer. I love those words, by the way. The one who didn't get their breakthrough from reading it, you're going to get your breakthrough from living it. You get it from bumping into life, gathering the wisdom, and then finally seeing it all come together. So again, I just want you to sit in this. Your notes aren't random. Your experiences, they're not wasted. They're just literally the raw material of your book, the raw material of your podcast, the raw material of how you're here to speak. And it's something that only you can write. And speaking of which, I am writing my book right now. I've been in 3 collaboration books, and whether you call it God, Spirit, the Creator, for me it's the Creator. He's just been nudging me to finish that book. The notes have been written. Finish the book. And so that's what I'm doing with my time right now. And I'm discovering years going through my notes, using my own Zel-Coston system, which is very unique. So I'm combining my personality dimensions with my human design work, building around the story, building from my design. And you should know that your design, the thing that people have been waiting to hear, it is in you. Not someone's polished version of you, but the raw, the real, the organized notes you've been telling yourself of who you're actually here to be. So I'm actually going to be speaking on this. I'll be teaching it, and again, I don't really like that word teaching, but I will be directing you on how you do this. It's right now inside what I'm calling the Oracle, and you can come with me. You can have earliest access to it as it unfolds. You'll kind of find out exactly what I'm doing. And instead of paying like my previous, one-to-one coaching clients pay $10K a year for access to me. Well, guess what? You can have this that I'm calling in right now to the universe. I'm on my way to 700 paid subscribers for $100 a month. And I know that's a very specific number, but it's what the universe wrote for me. It might sound kind of bold, but I also know that nobody else is doing what I'll be doing inside this membership. I'll be combining personality dimensions, human design, energy work into a physical newsletter that arrives at your door. And I'm doing it all for just the price of a couple of dinners. So let me tell you, and I'm going to be bold with this as well. This is not going to be a quick fix. I'm not that type of person. And if you've been in trial and error for years, this is not the thing that's going to fix you overnight. But what it will do will actually help you make sense of all those years and all that training that you've been going through. It's the piece that's going to take everything you've already been through, and it's going to show you how it was always helping you build towards something. So this is just a soft invite. Some of you may need to sit on this, okay, because you do. Sit on it. Some of you already know, okay, what she's saying, truth. I need what she's going to be showing and teaching me more of yourself. And it'll be all in one place. So I would invite you, if you are interested in joining the Oracle. The Oracle is all about your design. It's all about your voice. It's all about your system in one place. And every single month, you'll receive the 3 things that, as I close this out, you'll see it below. It was yesterday on the podcast, so it'll be into here as well. It's mailed to your door. There will be live training that you'll get with it, and a 3-hour every month live Q&A with me, where you can bring your real questions, your real design, and your real life. And as I write my own book, literally, you'll see how I step into this, more stages, and building out what my body of work is becoming. And you'll see it all inside as it happens in real time. So you'll get first access, real conversation, and your journey will finally start matching what you're here to do. So this is Jody Maley with the Heart Centered Entrepreneur Series, and I will see you on the inside.